Welcome everyone, this is Andres Restart, and this time we're going to be going over this Super Smash Bros. Ultimate image leak or potential image leak that's been going around the internet the last couple weeks. So this is your spoiler warning in case you don't want to risk being spoiled for an image that has not been officially released by Nintendo. This image might be real. The purpose of this video is to debunk it and prove that it's fake. Yeah, this is your disclaimer, your warning, just in case it is real and you don't want to be spoiled. But anyways, I'm going to show the image now. So this is an image of Ken, and this is the the Ken image leak that people have been talking about lately. So we're going to be talking about it and try to break it down and debunk it. It's a part of this new series I'm doing called Rumor Debunk, where I take popular rumors and image leaks and such and try to break them down and debunk them and see if they're real or not. I'll talk about at the end of the video, and of course you guys can share your own thoughts in the comments below. So yeah, guys, I'm going to be faceless for this video. I'm just trying to get this one done quickly. I'm sick right now, but I still want to talk about this and share it with you guys, so I'm doing it right now. Now, one thing I want to point out about this image is that it's pretty blurry. The image quality is poor, and it's tilted, right? So, of course, I feel like the information this is trying to present, this image was taken by a camera of the game on a monitor of some sort. I understand that. That doesn't mean the image is necessarily fake. But here's the thing. When I do see things that are tilted, when I do see things that have poor image quality, it's usually a red flag. Because this is typical practice for those who are trying to create fake images and leaks and such, because they don't want you to notice the inconsistencies. That's why they make it blurry. That's why they want to hide the flaws by making it blurry, right? And they make it tilted to make it seem like it was in the moment when they had a camera, to make it seem more believable in that way. It's kind of like all those Sasquatch pictures that are fake, right? Where people Sasquatch, Bigfoot, where people get these really bad old cameras and take pictures of something from really far away. It's really blurry, and they're running, so the image is even more blurry, right? So it's all done to make it seem like they were in this really believable environment where they were scared, but the image is also so blurry that you can't make out any details, and it's really easy to hide all the flaws and point out how it could actually be fake, right? So I'm not saying this image is fake for that reason, but it's definitely something that I am being wary of, because it it is a little blurry and it is tilted. So I actually went ahead and took a picture of the treehouse footage for during the E3 demo, where Mario and Inkling were fighting each other. And keep in mind, this is footage that was from the treehouse. It was streamed. It's been compressed on YouTube, so the image quality isn't as good as the actual game in person, right? But I went ahead and took a picture of that from my screen on my phone, and I'm putting that screen on here to compare with this screen, this image leak supposedly was taken by a camera, and we can compare the two. They're both taken by a camera. Now, I feel like most camera phones are pretty good these days, right? I used an iPhone 7 to take a picture, so you can get an idea of what kind of quality camera I had, right? But the video I took should be of something that's compressed and not as good quality as the game itself, if someone were to take a picture of this game in person. And I feel like my image actually looks a little bit better. So I'm not saying that this image is fake. Maybe I'm just biased and my image doesn't look as good in terms of actual image quality, but it's also possible that the other person just had a worse camera. Definitely possible, or maybe the image quality is relatively comparable, so there isn't too much of a difference. But I put that there so you guys can compare and decide for yourselves. So just want to point out that if this is a fake leaker trying to fake it and trick us, they would make the image a little blurrier, so it's harder to make out inconsistencies. So anyways, let's talk about some of the strong points for this image, because there are some really good strong points, and that's why a lot of people believe this image is real. So first of all, Ken, and that's really the main thing here, Ken, right? Now, Ken it's just an incredible model. I went ahead and tried to find Ryu. Maybe someone just ripped off Ryu and just made it look like Ken by changing around the color and photoshopping blonde hair on there. But I haven't been able to find Ryu doing this specific animation. I haven't found them in any other games. I haven't found them in Smash Bros. Wii U or Smash Bros. Ultimate. Actually, I can't even find the taunts for Smash Bros. Ultimate. So if you guys can find those taunts, let me know. We'd love to see them. But I haven't seen anything showing Ryu doing a thumbs up like this. So whoever did this, either A, it's the real part it's real for Super Smash Bros. Ultimate, right? Or B, the faker animated this and did a really good job, or he found some obscure version of Ken and he put it on there and no one's noticed. But it's definitely very convincing, very believable. It seems to match up relatively well. And here's another thing that people are pointing out: the lighting, or rather the shadowing of the characters, how it goes behind them, and how the feet for both Ken and Pac-Man go into the ramp. Some people may point this out to maybe being a reason for this being fake, but while I don't remember the name of the person, I'll put a link in the description below and also make a note on screen because I'm sorry, I'm sick. But they got a comparable image of this and they put it side by side, and it looks like the way Ken and Pac-Man's feet are sort of embedding into the ramp is pretty much the way it would happen in the actual Smash demo. So it seems to hold up really well at this point. In fact, I would say this makes this image even more convincing. So, you know, definitely I can see why a lot of people think this image might be real. So definitely, you know, this could be real, guys. But here are some details that might make you think it's not real. So, one, take a look at Pichu right here, right? Notice how the ear is cut off. A little weird to me. Doesn't make too much sense if you ask me. It's weird. Alright, I actually had to do a quick edit right here because when I went back to go edit the footage and I broke down some of the frame-by-frame data for the E3 footage, I saw that there actually is footage for Pichu's ear from the E3 Direct, and we can actually see all of Pichu's ear in the E3 Direct, which means that there is something definitely wrong with how they're showing Pichu's ear here in this image leak. So I would say that's another reason to maybe be very skeptical of this image. So now let's point out some of the real inconsistencies here. Yeah, we have the flat timer. Yeah, we have the numbers at the bottom right. Yeah, we have the blue bar with the red and green. That could simply be attributed to the game being in some sort of developer mode. Definitely possible. I'm not a developer, so I don't have too much perspective on this. So if any of you guys are developers, maybe you can offer your own insight. Let me know in the comments below. But it's a little weird, especially since all the characters are taunting. It almost looks like they're trying to get footage for a Smash Direct to show one of those montages. But it's just kind of weird how we see that blue bar and those numbers. I don't know why it's like that. Doesn't make too much sense to me. But again, could be just simply the game in development. But here are things that I don't think just saying the game's in development are a good enough reason to say, hey, this is normal. So, one, I tried to check the way these boxes match up, right? And if you notice where Pac-Man's box are, the top and bottom, they don't perfectly align with Pichu or Ivysaur. You can see the space at the top for both Pichu, and it becomes even more pronounced as they move along. Something's weird about the way these different character icons are lined up. And speaking of things lining up, right, I'm going to put this image back, this line right here, back at the top of this corner, just to show you how tilted the image is. But let's take this line right here. Notice how it's a perfectly horizontal line, right? For the record, I'm using GIMP, guys, in case you didn't know what I was using. But look, so we have, I'm going to zoom in so you can see this. Look at Pichu's letters, right? They're right flush with the line. Ivysaur's, it's actually cutting off Ivysaur's though. So, and then Ken, it's even more cut off. So as you can see, with this perfectly horizontal line, it's actually cutting off the letters, and it's sort of showing us just how unbalanced these letters and character symbols and percentages are. Just to show you just how bad it gets, right? Let me show you something else. So I'm going to try and get this image parallel with this line. Just bear with me for a moment, guys. I'm going to try and get this right. Or at least just close enough so you guys can see what I'm trying to say. Almost there, but not quite. Now, the images get a little blurry when I do this, but I will reset it in a moment. But just want to show you just how bad the positioning of these images at the bottom are. Right, so that's pretty close to parallel with the line. Now, notice the other line that I have at the bottom, right? You see, this is the line I had. Notice how tilted, it's literally a tilted diagonal line for the actual characters, right? It just kind of goes to show you just how bad this is. It's really blurry, guys. It's really off, guys. I just think it's weird. So I'm not sure what to say about this. Those are some serious inconsistencies if you ask me. So you know, I don't understand why that would be the case. It's hard to say, but I will say that a few months ago, Pokemon Let's Go was leaked. There is an image leak for it, and I myself didn't believe the image, and it turned out to be a real image. It was just the game in a very early form. It was a blurry image, but it was real. So, you know, this could be one of those situations. But during that image, we didn't see weird inconsistencies like the font and the characters being completely off and diagonal and these random numbers and blue bar. So, you know, hard to say for sure. You know, this image seems to have more things going against it than that Pokemon Let's Go image, in my opinion. But that Let's Go image was real, so leaks do happen like this. It's not unprecedented. And for the record, I think Ken has a great chance to be in the game. I'm predicting Ken to be in the game. But I think this image is more likely fake than real, even though that Ken model is incredibly convincing. So I'm gonna say I'm 60-40 on this. 60% that this image is fake, and 40% that this image is real. But what do you guys think? Let me know in the comments below. I'm really curious. You know, it's definitely kind of hard to say for sure. We won't really know until we see Ken revealed in Smash Bros. Or not revealed in Smash Bros. But yeah. Anyways, everyone, thank you for bearing with my sickness and checking out this video and hearing out my thoughts on what I think of this image. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below. If you guys want to check out my other stuff like my Twitter, my Discord, my Instagram, check it out. And if you want to support the channel even more, you could, for just $1 a month on my Patreon, you can support the channel and you can gain access to additional content like talking points and podcasts. Once I get 10 patrons on my Patreon page, I'll be putting out even more content on a monthly basis that is exclusive to patrons. If you want to offer your support for just $1 a month, I'll really appreciate it. But anyways, everyone, thank you so much, and I'll see you all really soon. And hopefully I'll be healthy by that point. Alright, bye.